In the village of Obi-Ala, death was respected. When a man grew old, the drums spoke gently. When a child died, the earth received tears. And when death came, no one argued, except Okorie. Okorie was not a king. He was not a priest. He was not even a brave man. But he was the only man in Obi-Ala who refused to die. The first time death came for him, it arrived as sickness. A fever burned through his body for 7 days. The elders prepared his grave. Women sang farewell songs. But on the 8th morning, Okorie sat up and asked for food. People whispered. The second time, death came as an accident. A fallen tree crossed 3 men in the forest. Okorie was among them. They carried his broken body home, and by sunset he was walking. Fear entered the village quietly. Years passed. Okorie grew rich. While others buried loved ones, he buried nothing. While others aged, he stayed the same. And slowly, respect turned into suspicion. Children were warned not to play near his compound. Women crossed the road when they saw him. Dogs whimpered when he passed. Because life that refuses to end is never natural.
One night, an old drunk man spoke too much palm wine and too much truth. Okorie does not survive death, he slurred. He has bought time. The words spread like fire. The elder summoned Okorie at dawn. He stood before them calmly, not kneeling, not shaking. His eyes were sharp. Too sharp for a man who should have died long ago. You cannot outrun the spirits, the oldest elder said. Okorie smiled. I did not outrun them, he replied. I negotiated. Silence swallowed the council. Okorie confessed. Years ago, when poverty pressed his throat and death hovered near, he went into the forbidden forest. There, at the place where no birds sang, he met the night spirits, ancient collectors of balance. They gave him a choice. Live forever, but never escape payment. For every year you live beyond your time, they told him, we will collect something of equal value. At first, the payments were small. A goat here, a harvest there, a stranger passing through the village. Okorie did not care. But greed has no memory.
Years later, the spirits returned, this time without mercy. That night, the wind howled like a wounded animal. The sky darkened without rain. Okorie felt it before he saw it. 3 shadows entered his compound without opening the gate. Their voices were many and one. Your debt has grown, they said. Tonight, we collect what you love. Okorie laughed nervously. I have paid, he argued. The shadow stretched taller. You delayed, they answered, and delay grows interest. By morning, Obi-Ala woke to screams. Okorie's compound was open, his riches untouched, but his son, his only son, was gone. For the first time in his long life, Okorie begged. He ran to the elders, to the shrine, to the forest. He offered sacrifices, he cut his skin. He screamed apologies into the night. The spirits returned at dusk. You still refuse to die, they said, so we will take until you are empty. That night, his wives fell sick. The next, his voice began to fade, then his strength, then his memories. Okorie aged in days what he had avoided for decades. Finally, weak and broken, he crawled to the village square. I am ready, he whispered. I will die. The spirits stood before him silently. Too late, they replied. You do not get to choose the ending. At sunrise, the villagers found Okorie's body, old, shrunken, empty, but his eyes were open, staring in terror. From that day, the elders taught one warning above all others. Life extended by greed always ends in pain, and death delayed only grows more expensive.